NBC 15 News starts now.
Now at 10, a heartbreaking story of loss, a life saved, and a simple message one man is desperately preaching. 1 week ago, a family from Arena was torn apart when a wife and mother died during a traffic crash in Middleton. This was the scene that day. Chris Dorman lost his wife in the crash, but the couple's 14-month-old daughter survived. Now, Dorman wants the community to hear his emotional plea. Buckle up. NBC 15's Sally Mamdouh has our story.
I realized the importance of Shelley when she was here, and now that she's gone, I fully realize what I'm missing.
Missing the dear friend of 15 years, a loving wife of 1 year, and a caring mother of their 14-month-old daughter, Brooklyn, all stripped away from Dorman last week as he received a disturbing phone call.
He said, "I'm sorry, it's been a tragic accident." I just started yelling at him, because I didn't really want to hear what he had to say, and it was what I didn't want to hear.
Shelley's car that had Brooklyn inside lost control while trying to pass another vehicle, flipped twice, ejecting Shelley, who was not wearing a seatbelt at the time, and was pronounced dead on scene. But inside the totaled car remained Brooklyn, conscious, shaken, and strapped to her baby seat. The news of Brooklyn's survival brought a sigh of relief to a now single father who was already fearing the worst.
I felt guilty about how happy I was to see her. Nothing else mattered at that point in time. It was just, she's alive.
Brooklyn's survival has moved Dorman to reach out to the Middleton Fire Department, who responded to the tragic scene and asked for help to spread his message, buckling up for Brooklyn.
9 out of 10 people will buckle up if asked. That's what Chris and Brooklyn are asking. They're asking people to buckle up.
A request Chris hopes to turn into an awareness campaign.
It's not a matter of the $50 ticket or how uncomfortable the seatbelt is. I'd just like them to know this is how uncomfortable you could be. Just takes a second.
The message has already impacted Tracy Wells, the bystander who was tending to Brooklyn while awaiting paramedics.
It's changed me to do things in my life because you don't know when your last day here is. It's changed the way I live my life.
But more so now the lives of a grieving husband and a longing daughter.
She sees people that look like her in pictures. She'll stare at pictures, and she thinks her mom's in the bathroom and sits and looks under the door for her and waits for her to come out.
That was Sally Mamdouh reporting. If you'd like to help the Dorman Family Fund, we have information on our web channel at NBC15.com.
This is your Weather Authority forecast.
Pretty nice day today with temperatures in the 70s across most of southern Wisconsin. If you didn't make it to the 70s, you were likely in the 60s. 64 the high today in Baraboo, 64 in Beaver Dam, Madison, Watertown, Mineral Point, all hitting 70. Janesville hitting a 65, a little cooler toward the lake, and we do have winds out of the east there now, dipping Milwaukee to 41. We're now at 54 in Madison, La Crosse at 55. There's a boundary sliding in a little bit from the east that is dropping temperatures in the 30s, and we'll see that later on tonight. Clouds across western Wisconsin will slowly move in, and that should mitigate the drop in temperatures. So down to about 37 by 6 a.m. as the clouds roll in. We do have a chance for showers late tomorrow and a better chance for thunderstorms by Tuesday. More coming up.
Sounds good. Thanks, Chuck. And we have a Crime Tracker 15 alert tonight after a string of robberies downtown Madison. Police are searching for at least 3 men who went after people walking on Regent Street, all within a few blocks of each other. In the first robbery, multiple men approached a 19-year-old woman and stole her phone. They took off in a car. Then 3 hours later, 2 similar robberies took place. In one of the robberies, a victim's phone was also taken, and in the other, a wallet was stolen. Now, police believe the same men are involved in each crime, and if you have any information, you're asked to call Madison Area Crime Stoppers. New tonight, a Wisconsin community holds a vigil to remember a 20-year-old shot and killed by a homeowner. Bo Morrison was shot in Slinger last week, and police say Morrison was hiding from police on a stranger's porch after an underage drinking party was busted. The homeowner thought he was an intruder and shot Morrison. The homeowner was cleared of any wrongdoing by the Washington County District Attorney because of the Castle Doctrine law. Organizers of tonight's event say that they're not happy with that ruling.
I think a lot of people felt sick about the whole situation, just upset, and that's why we did this, to I mean, we understand that the DA isn't going to overturn the decision just because we stand out here, but at the very least now we'd like to change the law or get it repealed entirely.
The homeowner told investigators he felt threatened and was acting in self-defense. Those attending today's vigil also held signs honoring 17-year-old Trayvon Martin. The Florida teen was shot by a neighborhood watch captain who said he was acting in self-defense. We have a Decision 2012 update tonight. A Republican presidential contender sounds off on a hotly debated Wisconsin issue. Rick Santorum continued his weekend tour of Wisconsin today. He addressed an overflow crowd at this Fond du Lac bowling alley. But then, during a one-on-one interview, Santorum talked about our state's big topic, collective bargaining.
I think what Governor Walker is doing is absolutely right on. Remember, the federal government doesn't allow unions to negotiate for wages and benefits.
At another stop in Racine County, Santorum criticized President Obama, but also turned his attention to chief Republican rival Mitt Romney.
Pick any other Republican in the country. He is the worst Republican in the country to put up against Barack Obama. Why would Wisconsin want to vote for someone like that?
A most recent polling shows Romney with a double-digit lead here in Wisconsin, and Romney plans to make an appearance in Milwaukee on March 31st. As for the other candidates, Ron Paul will hold a town hall meeting Thursday on the UW-Madison campus, and Newt Gingrich's wife, Callista, will head to Madison at the end of the month for a week-long campaign swing. She'll be at the Madison Club on Wednesday, March 28th. New tonight, the small Wisconsin city of Clintonville is still shaking and not getting any closer to putting this national attention behind them. For a whole week now, residents and city leaders have been hearing sounds like underground explosions, sometimes followed by vibrations. The United States Geological Service says a 1.5 magnitude earthquake shook the town on Tuesday. But even with that official cause on the books, tonight some residents say it isn't helping bring normalcy back to their town, and the speculation on other, more mysterious sources continues.
Everybody's acting, either like it's a hoax, or the people that are already here that know that it happened, they have no idea. They're very confused.
I think that the whole 3 days of mystery behind it will certainly add to the fact that people will continue to look for reasons for a while.
The city plans to sell T-shirts commemorating their rare earthquake event. Tomorrow, we hear from the wife of the U.S. soldier accused of killing 17 Afghan civilians in a shooting massacre. Carolyn Bales, wife of Robert Bales, spoke with NBC's Matt Lauer in her first television interview since her husband was charged with murder. In that interview, she describes what type of dad her husband was.
You said to me a while ago, you said, when I asked what kind of dad he was, you said he was so involved with his children. He loves children.
He loves children. He's like a big kid himself.
And he is accused of killing 9 children.
Right.
Innocent children.
It's unbelievable to me. I have no idea what happened, but he would not. He loves children, and he would not do that.
You can catch that entire interview tomorrow morning on Today, right here on NBC 15 after the morning show. Well, the Final Four is set. We'll have the latest on March Madness as the final teams punch their ticket to the big dance. And the movie everyone was talking about this week hauls in a record-breaking weekend. We have your box office numbers coming up after the break. Before that, here's a look at tonight's winning lottery numbers.
What in the world is going on? The weather is unpredictable. Gas prices are soaring.
We're in troubling times.
Some say the end is near and there's nothing we can do. But others have a different plan.
Again, I keep a gas can, a couple pair of gloves in here, maps for a lot of the states that I travel through.
They could be there, they could be over there, they could even be over there. They're called preppers, and they could be anywhere, and you might be one of them.
Monday on NBC 15 News at 6.